Why is there so much fear about topical steroids? Well, they do have side effects. For one, you don't want to use them on certain parts of the body. For example, topical steroids should be used with extreme caution, or maybe not used entirely at all, on places like the face, the thin skin of the neck, nowhere near the eyes, in creases of the body, like the armpits or the genitals, or the anus area. So you really do have to be careful. What are the side effects that you worry about? The skin can get very thin, blood vessels can pop out. In extreme cases with overuse, you can actually cause stretch marks. If you use it on the face, you could get acne or a condition called perioral facial dermatitis. So there are a lot of different side effects you can get. Also, another side effect is the lack of effect of topical steroids. Because of some of the thinning of the skin that you get with overuse, there's a phenomenon called tachyphylaxis, where the topical steroid actually loses its utility. It actually loses its potency. To get around this, you actually have to use topical steroids intermittently and back off on their use and not overuse them as well. Many parents come to me and say, I'm really afraid of using topical steroids in my children. And that fear is somewhat warranted. But really, with good guidance, topical steroids can be very safe in children if used appropriately. You just don't want to use them too often. You don't want to use them on too much of the body. You don't want to use topical steroids that are too potent in children. But with the guidance of a good dermatologist or pediatric dermatologist, topical steroids, I do feel should be used in children to avoid the side effects. Some of the side effects that you do need to be concerned about with topical steroid overuse in children, in addition to the usual ones that you're worried about in adults, such as thinning of the skin, stretch marks, blood vessels popping out, is actually more of the systemic side effects. What do I mean by systemic side effects? In other words, absorption of steroid into the body that actually can cause problems with bone or growth of the children. This is a real fear, but if used appropriately, these steroids should not be getting much into this blood and the rest of the body at all. I actually use topical steroids in my own children who are very young, toddler age, and I think appropriately used, very effective and very appropriate in children with different rashes.